Did you get a Worm Slayer task and you're wondering if you should do it or not? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you the loot that I received from killing 1,000 worms in old school RuneScape. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Wyrms is actually a pretty solid task and a great moneymaker for the most part, and you're able to get things like a Dragon Harpoon as well as a lot of alchemical drops and worm bones, of course, to help your prayer gains. With that, we're going to head over to the wiki and go over a little bit about what great things that you can get from Wyrms. As you can see, again, it is a money-making method for Slayer. You can get around 665k profit per hour, and I will say honestly that's pretty close to what I got overall, but we'll get into that a little bit later. As you can see, they always drop worm bones, which again is great for your prayer gains and are at a 1.5k price point. Me personally, I run around and pick up the bones because I'm an Iron Man. I can just use those for my prayer gains. If you're a main, you can pick them up and use them for a little bit of nice profit on the side. If we scroll up a little bit, you can see that the average worm kill is worth 4.8k, and that is if you are not on a Slayer task. If you are on a Slayer task, it is 6.5k, and if you're doing Konar, you get that little extra boost, so it's 7.8k. That's mainly from the keys. As you can see, Wyrms are a great way to get dragon items. You can get a dragon sword, or most importantly, the dragon harpoon. That is what most folks go for. Dragon knives or dragon thrown axe. Now, keep in mind that if you are off task, it is a 1 in 10k to receive any of those. If you're on task, it's a 1 in 2k. So highly recommend just doing this on task, unless you're just doing them for a different reason, which you could totally do, but getting them for a Slayer task is 100% the way to go if you're looking for those dragon items. Now, like I said, they do drop a decent amount of alchables. There's red D-High chaps, an adamant axe, adamant square shield, adamant battle axe, adamant 2H sword, a rune med helm, earth battle staff, a rune battle axe, and a dragon dagger. Again, all of these are wonderful drops that are easily alchable. They start at 1 in 25 to 1 in 76. So if you're doing a Wyrms task, most likely you will see a few of these drop. They're also pretty good at giving out some runes. Fire runes, you can get 200 of them at 1 in 7. 75 to 150 earth runes at 1 in 7, and at 1 in 15 you can get 15 to 20 soul runes or 25 to 30 blood runes. You also have a 4 in 76 chance to roll the herb drop table. Herbs going from Guam all the way up to dwarfweed. Again, no torstals, but that is from a 176 all the way down to a 810 chance to get like dwarfweeds, for example. You also have a 3 in 76 chance to get the rare seed drop table. This gives you toad flax all the way to torsal seeds. Torsals are super rare at 1 in 3k. Dwarfweed seeds at 1 in 1.9k, snake grass seeds at 1 in 1.3k, and lantadimes at 1 in 1.2k. Again, none of these are really too crazy. You're not going to be getting a lot of seeds, but it is something that you can get. You can also get a decent amount of coins as well, 950 to 1,450 coins at a 1 in 9 chance. That is pretty solid. You can also get bass for your HP gains to extend your trips a little bit longer, but if you're a higher level, that really won't matter to you. You can get some pure essence at 1 in 25, which aren't really used anymore, so kind of a useless drop. Rune arrow tips and adamant arrow tips, 8 to 12 of them at a 1 in 38 chance. You can also get the gem drop table at a 1 in 76. This has your dragon spear, shield left half, and some gems, and your loop half keys and tooth half keys, and a couple other things. As you guys can see, pretty rare what you're going to be able to get anyway, so nothing too crazy, but it could happen every once in a while. You'll probably get a few sapphires on your way to completing your Slayer task. You can also get a brimstone key if you are on Konar, obviously, and you can get some clue scrolls. Now, while taking a look at that, obviously you saw that you could get some clue scrolls. However, I personally already had max clue scrolls, so I'm not 100% sure how many I would have gotten. On average, I should have gotten about 4 hard clue scrolls for this task, but we're going to go ahead and show you guys the loot from 1,000 Wyrms. We are at 7.18 mil. Most of that is made up from our kind of getting spooned, but not really spooned. I mean, we technically did get spooned. We got it semi-early, which is nice for the fishing gains, but we got a dragon harpoon that is 2.89 mil. That is a decent majority of our worm profit. We also got 1.37 mil worth of worm bones. Again, these two things are over half of our profits, but you'll be picking them up when you get them. You just can't guarantee on the dragon harpoon. We also got 1.3k soul runes, solid there, 19 rune battle axes, 1,500 blood runes, which is wonderful for Ironman, 29 rune med helms, 29,000 fire runes, 131k in raw GP, 7 dragon daggers, 13 earth staffs, 41 red d'hide chaps, and as you can see, you can kind of go down the list there and see what we got. We got a bunch of alcohols. We did end up getting some dragon throne axe, which is pretty sweet. We got 5 renar weeds as well. But yeah, you can kind of take a look here and see what we got. Nothing too like insane crazy, but we did get a few seeds as well. Again, nothing crazy. Most of the loot is top heavy with the alcohols, as well as all the bones and dragon harpoons that we were able to get. If we scroll down a little bit, we did also get a few other things, like a few gems as well. We hit that gem drop table, but nothing too crazy. But overall, 7.18 mil is not bad. You are able to kill these very quickly if you're a little bit higher level. If you're a medium level account, these are still kind of worth doing for the most part, mainly for the dragon harpoon. If you're a main, they're worth doing to get that drop. Overall, pretty solid Slayer task I would highly recommend doing and not skipping unless you're trying to like burst or just get super fast Slayer XP. They're not really fast Slayer XP, but they're pretty chill. I'll be making a guide about them later. Anyway, that is my loot from 1,000 Wyrms. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, leave a like for the algorithm. I do appreciate it. Also, check out Creative Crafted. They got cool things like this Rocky statue here. I also have KBD and Jad. They're high quality. I love them. Rocky sits on my desk all the time. You can use the code Rolland for 10% off your order, or you could click the link below in the description if they have a better deal. I am a partner with them, and your sales do help the channel. That said, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.